This is an old school rivalry as well. These guys have been going at it for years in the ACC, and we all know that Virginia is one of the oldest universities in the South, and North Carolina State is one of the more older establishments in the South as well too. But the longest running rivalry is between Virginia and North Carolina Chapel Hill, the Tar Heels. So tonight, this one looks like it's a good sparring matchup for NC State. But NC State does come in here with some questions, but they did lose to Notre Dame. It wasn't like they lost to some powder puff team. They lost to Notre Dame. Notre Dame beat them 45-24. The game was delayed as well, too. So that kind of played a factor into the way that game played out, because everybody has to understand, going into the fourth quarter, the game was pretty close. The game was 24-17. And you felt like NC State could make a move to put themselves in position to win that game. But what happened was Notre Dame turned it on in the fourth quarter, doing what teams like that they're supposed to do. They're rated to be one of the best teams in college football. So they took care of their business, and they were able to score 21 unanswered points. And by the time North Carolina State scored a touchdown, the game was already out of reach. So that's pretty much what happened. Sam Hartman had a hell of a game, and it's just, you showed up, you tried to make it happen, but you just couldn't. And that's what happens sometimes when you're dealing with elite teams like Notre Dame. And now tonight you got Virginia. This is a game that you really can't overlook, because last week Maryland got caught slipping for a little bit, but then they put it together and beat them 42-14. You don't want to wind up being like James Madison, who really had to scrape and claw to actually beat Virginia. But that's actually a game Virginia should have won, because regardless of James Madison being the best team in the Sun Belt, that still warrants you to still not be able to beat the worst team in the ACC. You know what I mean? It's still an even matchup. And you know what? Virginia just didn't step up that day. And you know what? It happens. That's college football for you. And today, I feel like where we go here is we have a fluctuating spread, and pretty much the spread is telling me the Wolfpack win this game by 10 or better. It's really that simple. It's going to be a really good game, but it's going to come down to who wants it more, and I feel like who's going to want it more is going to be NC State tonight. And I just feel like them winning by double digits is an afterthought. That's why I'm taking them. Now it's at -8. I got them at -9 on my CFB conference bets list. So regardless, I need them to win by 10 or better. I need a double-digit win. It doesn't matter. I need a double-digit win, but we do have the -8 on tonight's Friday night pick 4. So with that, let's go ahead and move forward and talk about our next game in hand.